Good, you?
Dude,
Sorry.
for
And
what?
why Riverside. I opened Riverside. It's like, you need to update it. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
No worries, dude. No worries. I appreciate you doing this at 6 in the morning, your time?
It's alright. It's alright.
Dude.
I've done worse. I think the earliest I've done one, I think, has been at 4:30.
What did you talk about? What did you wake up? What made you enough to wake up at 4:30 to be on a podcast?
Oh, it was just the time zone because I think there's that three other people that had joined at the same time, and I was like, sure, I'll do it, but I'm pretty sure I was just like, yes, 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 yeah, Deadpool, fantastic. Yes,
Oh, you went to your default. Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
Dude, that's
yeah.
cool.
Hey,
Well,
Ben.
good, man. Yeah, I've been good. I'm excited for the Punisher tonight. I'm sure is it released in Australia yet, or is it not quite out yet?
So I think it's out now. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but I still have to wait until end of the day to watch. Actually, the shitty thing is, I can't. Tonight, as much as I want to watch it, I'm gonna go out for a work dinner tonight. But I'd rather watch the next episode of The Boys.
Oh, that's right. You guys get them before we do, man. Because like here, we get Punisher tonight at we get the Punisher released on Disney Plus like in 5 hours from like when we're talking now, and the
Hmm.
boys we don't get until fucking midnight. So you'll see the boys way way before, like 24 hours before I'll get to see the boys.
Ah, at least you get Punisher.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but when it comes to boys, man, I mean, I owe you one for getting up so early. You let me know what time to talk about the boys on your pod. I'll come on fucking at 2 a.m. if you want me
Yeah,
to, my time, like whenever, because yeah, I owe you one.
and I appreciate it. No, I accidentally just double booked myself, and then and I was like, oh well, actually, you know what? The Boys is finishing up in 2 weeks, so it'd be really good to get you on and nut out like the last season. Especially,
Yeah,
I know the last episode is just gonna be fucking mad.
dude, it's crazy, man. Like just living here in the States, like so many things that they've predicted. Like they filmed this a year in advance, right? In like the golden
Mm.
statue of Homelander. And then last
Oh,
week, like a bunch of like evangelical Christians dedicate some gold statue
yeah.
of Trump. Like I don't know,
What's
they're
his
just
name?
they're
Simon.
yeah, it's
Simon,
like
the creator. He's like, he tweeted something saying you can't make this up, or what the fuck.
no, you really can't. And, like his whole like AI thing of Jesus and I
Mm.
don't know, dude. But yeah, dude, anytime you want me on, I owe you one for getting up at 6 to talk about Daredevil.
Done, man. Anytime.
Cool, man. But you're my Marvel guy, so I can't go to anybody else when I talk about Marvel except for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
very protective of that. But man, I guess we're recording, so I'll edit up like the stuff at the start. But I only have you for an hour
Mhm.
today, so
So,
man, just open us out, man. Tell me about you just finished Daredevil. What did you think? I'd love to just know your raw thoughts, and then we can chat.
I have raw thoughts on the Daredevil Born Again. I honestly think this final episode was fucking brilliant. Like this was just, this is what I wanted in the final. The intensity, just how it was shot, especially how this season, even though the quality's been there nearly all the way through, even yes, the viewership has gone down, but just how it came to a head that it didn't end with a Daredevil and Fisk fight, how it ended was just so good. And the fact that, to me, this is peak Marvel. Like, this is just Marvel running on all cylinders. The funny enough, it's Daredevil that's doing so good. And the beautiful thing is we're still getting season 3.
Yeah.
Like we're still getting that. And especially for a show that originally originally was going to be one whole season of 18 episodes
Yeah, no kidding. Oh
in
my
one,
god.
I think, one hit.
Dang, I forgot about that, dude. Yeah, I loved the last episode specifically. Like we can talk right into the end of the episode. Like I
Yeah.
think I know I had somebody online that commented on one of our posts, like when we posted our review of it, was I wish we would have got like a Fisk Daredevil fight, but I think we got one. I
We
think that
did.
courtroom scene, like that's one of the best like fights that Daredevil and Kingpin have had. It just happened in the courtroom. It's a philosophical battle. It's a battle of I know your secrets, you know my secrets. Who's gonna
Bingo.
be? I'm like that is like, and the eyes of the whole city were on it. Like Like when Daredevil fights Kingpin, like he fights him in his apartment one time, he fights him in his
Mm.
basement, he fights him in an alley. But when do you ever get like a fight where the whole city's watching? It's this. It's in a courtroom.
It is, and this is the first time they've actually been in a courtroom together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like he got put on the spot, and it's Fisk's home court because the courtroom is 3 judges and Karen's on trial.
Mm.
But it was so good, like because everybody was there that is kind of invested in like the story. Like I rewatch it now. I rewatch the scene because when I was watching it like in person, I was like, this hit me really awesome. Like the guy's like, I am Daredevil, and I was like, that for me it hit. But you never know how people are going to take like those things online, and it was almost
Yeah.
universally praised. And I think it's because of the audience. Like Karen Page she's crying. The lawyer's right there. The defense attorney, where he's like, "You really expect me?" He chucks his cane across the room. His ex-girlfriend, even like the ICE agent or the ICE agent, the A and AVPD or whatever they're called. Like
Yeah,
he was like,
no, I
"Oh."
know exactly what you
Yeah,
mean. Yeah,
he was
pretty
like,
much an ICE agent. Pretty
yeah,
much.
basically. Yeah. He's like, oh, it makes so much sense. Like, why that guy kicked my ass,
Yeah,
like, in that apartment because he's freaking Daredevil.
Daredevil.
And I,
It's
I
it's
just loved it, dude.
it's funny because I did see the meme that people like when he does that, when he throws it, hits on the wall, and then someone yells there goes, oh, it's Bullseye, arrest him. Like they like they don't think it's him at all. But you're right, and I said you were right, unanimous. All the receptions of that scene was so good, and it was so earned in the sense that um it wasn't lazy writing. It wasn't anything like this. It was like, this is what he had to do. Like, there was nothing else. This is a pathway he had to go, and the fact that how's Daredevil going to look like in season 3 that now everybody knows who he is, and he's currently in prison with people he's put away. Some of these the authority figures that in prison. I was gonna say us. Um, to he's in there, and it was just, you're right. Everyone was smiling, even Heather. I must admit, Heather's character is just annoying me. Heather's character, I'm
Really?
like, oh, you're just like, in the sense that either turn the muse or get
Yeah.
off screen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the, and it's funny you bring that up because I loved the Born Again season 2. I'd probably rank it fourth, maybe third in like my Daredevil ranking. They're all really top tier seasons. It's really hard to choose. Like I really love season 2 with Frank Castle. That might be my favorite one just because he's in it. Obviously, like 3 is
Peak.
great and all these different things. But one of the issues I had with the season was there's a lot of characters, and it's kind of tough sometimes to like make sure they all have enough screen time, especially with like the amount of time they're given. I'd like a 13 episode season, but we got 8 episodes, which I like. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
like I've made like a list of like the people that I would have liked to see more of because I found them interesting, and people that I
Mm-hmm.
wish would have gotten less of because I just didn't think they were that interesting.
That's a
Like
good
Bull,
list. I'm up
yeah,
for
yeah, I
this.
got it right here. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, like you got the main OGs. Like,
Yeah.
I thought we had a good amount of Foggy too, considering that Foggy's dead. Like, I loved his flashback. I think he should do that a recurring thing every season because I do not want to
That
I don't
would be
want to leave
good.
Foggy ever. I think he's too good with Matt.
No.
But I wanted more time with Bullseye. Like, I know we got a lot of Bullseye, but man, like I wanted more
Mm.
time with Bullseye. Um,
How good was episode, I think,
dude,
4 or 5,
yeah, yeah.
and with a diner?
That was so. And then in his mind, like I was watching the like a psychologist kind of break down like his character, and they were like, this is not a redemption arc for Bullseye. Like he's psychotic. Like in
Mm.
his mind, like he's trying to like even some scale that only he's aware of. That's why he's like so like mad about Fisk's wife and he wants to do something good. But and he's obsessed with Daredevil. Like I'm sure that'll lead into something, in future seasons it won't be good. But he's not redeemed. Like he was on the good side of like when it comes to this season, but his scene in the diner, I loved when he's talking with Karen. Like I really loved because like he's not repentant at all about for killing
No.
Foggy, but he's conversing of like, "Look, this is what happened, and she took away my pills, and she told me all these things, and I'm not sorry I did it because I'm a villain, but that's why I
Mm.
did it." And I just would have liked to see more of him because every time he was on screen, I just couldn't take my eyes off him.
We know in the fact that he's played Bullseye so well, yet he was up for Captain America.
Yeah, no kidding. Which I just it's just funny because he's such a good Bullseye where he's charismatic, he's semi-psychotic. When you watch him, like,
Mm.
you can't take your eyes off him. And his
Mm.
power, like, they did a good job, like, in the last couple seasons, season 3 and then season 1 of Born Again, but this season, like, he's just like,
They
people know.
really.
Yeah, like, people know who he is, so they're, like, legit scared of him, which
Yeah.
it's always interesting to see people's reaction when someone knows who you are. Like, in the diner scene when they figure out it's Bullseye and he's throwing lobsters and killing people, the scene where he shows up to the fight and everyone freaks out because they know what he can do. But when the last episode when, um, Matt hears him and be like, "Take the shot," and the guy's like, "Wrong Bullseye, asshole." Like, that the whole courtroom just flees in fear because now that this guy's been around for a few years, they know what he's
Mm.
capable of.
Mm.
And I just would've liked to see more of him. Like, we got a good amount, but there's just so many
Mm.
characters that we got a
Yeah.
good amount of Bullseye, but I even wanted more of him.
How'd you think about the fact that we got his comic suit this season? Sorry, last season we got it? Yeah, last wasn't just this season. Yeah, the
I
seasons are
like
blend together, but
Yeah.
like the fact that we got his blue suit. How do you
Yeah,
feel?
I love it, dude. I love how he kind of embraces, like, his logo too when he kills those AV anti-vigilante AVTF
Yes,
agents in the courtroom, or not the courtroom,
yes,
in the apartment where the guy's having a heart attack, and he offs him with his knife, and then he used the ricochet, and there's the Bullseye. He uses it with the ketchup in the fight scene.
yes.
Like, I love everything about his character, and I'm really excited to see, like, kinda where he goes from here.
Mm.
Does he join the Dark Avengers? Does he join freaking what's that lady's name from Thunderbolts, man?
Valerie.
Valentine? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
her
Valentine.
team,
Valentine.
like, whatever she's got going on, like, I'm just really interested to see where his character goes, 'cause,
Mm.
like, there's, like, back to season 3, he needs something to kind of give him direction, to give him motivation, whether that be the girl he was stalking or the FBI. And now that he
Mm.
killed this wife and he helped Daredevil, I think he's kinda looking for
Mm.
that next thing, and I'm
Well,
excited.
he's
I
with
know.
Charles.
What's
As
up?
you say, he's with Charles at the moment, wherever Charles is heading off to. Which, funny enough, Matthew Leonard is actually heading off to go film Superman.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. See,
Yeah.
like, but you talk about the characters there. Charles, I didn't really like him. I was like, "I
He,
don't really like, why are you here? Like, what's your purpose here?" Is like some kind of fist handler, but then, like, and maybe if I would've got, like, to spend more time with him, like, maybe I would've liked him more, but, like, so, like, Bullseye, I loved the character, I wish I had more time with him. Jessica Jones, obviously, like, she's just so good and, like, in that role.
mm,
I would've liked to see more because Heather, like, her just trajectory of, like, psychologist, Matt's girlfriend, to now Lady Muse, like,
mm,
give me more time with her to see kinda her psychologically break down. The corrupt DA I thought was interesting. The lead agent for AVTF was such a scumbag that I wanted,
oh,
like,
how
more
he
time
didn't
with him.
die.
He's awful. He's so bad, but, like, I'm just like, I liked his character when he was on screen because I just hate him so bad. The people that I wanted less of, was BB. I don't really I think she took a lot of screen time for, like, what she contributed other than, like, the Fisk videos. Um,
Oh,
her
I think we did.
boyfriend,
Oh,
you
Daniel.
Daniel,
I felt for Daniel. I
I
felt
did
for him
feel
when he
for
got
Daniel.
off.
Yeah, I
I'm
did
like,
too. I felt for him, and the guy that killed him, like, I think he has, like, he's interesting enough.
Buck.
Yeah, Buck. Um, but, like, we got a lot of him this season. I almost wanted, like, less of him so we could have more of, like, the AVTF. That guy, the lead agent for AVTF, I got the acronym right, was way more interesting to me than Buck was.
Buck
And then
was just a
yeah, and
silent
then
assassin.
Yeah, then Mr. Charles, I kind of understood why he was there at episode 1. I was like, "Oh, this is kinda interesting, like, there's another player above Fisk that's trying to pull
Mm,
his strings," but then he disappears for a couple episodes, and the first 2 episodes I really liked, don't get me wrong, but you just kinda bounce around all those different characters, and
mm,
it was just a lot. That was the issue one of the issues I had, and then the other one was just I wish it would've been, like, 2 or 3 episodes longer. Like, it one thing I think HBO does really well is their kinda standard is, 10 to 15 episodes per season
mm,
unless there's some kind of weird whatever, like, usually all their episodes or all their seasons are 10 episodes or
mm,
longer, and, like, I know this one's expensive to make, but Disney has the money, come on, give us 2 more episodes,
mm,
man. Give me
yeah.
another
Oh,
Foggy
well,
something, and I don't know.
oh, what did I say what I said yesterday? Was it Disney, his first studio to make $2 billion at the box office, and we're only in, only in May or some shit like that. I agree with you. Probably one character that I know, I guess it's a double thing, because we are getting the Punisher special is Punisher. Because at the end of season 1, he's locked in that same facility and warehouse as all those people. We get a whole episode where they're all freed. I'm like,
It's like, "Where you at,
well,
bro?" Yeah.
where's Punisher? Even for just one episode, for him to get out and be like, I'll drive these people and get these people out of here, and Net
Yeah.
doesn't come back.
Yeah, I was really hoping I'd see him in the finale too. Hopefully, I'm sure like what they'll explain it to us with one last kill and Spider
Mm,
Man. But I'm glad you mentioned like the scene of just people locked up. I think one thing that we're seeing now, like I'm just curious. Like one of the questions I had for you because you do not live in the United States. Like you are Australian. We are doing this call at 9 a.m. or not 6 a.m. It's 2:30 in the afternoon for me, but there's a lot of media that's coming out that's really good media like The Boys and Daredevil that's really reflective of like what we're
mm,
going through like in the United States of America. So I'm just curious as like someone who's not from here and you're watching like The Boys or Daredevil specifically Daredevil because that's what we're talking about. Like what is it like looking at that from the outside and seeing just the correlation of what we're kind of living through at this moment?
um, two things really. One, I think it connects to an audience more, because the fact that it's not too far fetched. It brings these characters, which I think Marvel does fantastic compared to DC. Is that a lot of Marvel characters are a lot more grounded. Like you could that split between he almost could be real, yeah, he really could be in real life, and Daredevil with everything that's going on in this season, like almost could be real for what's going, which I think becomes more relatable and more human to the characters. The boys is just funny. It's just funny in that sense. But uh the other thing from my point of view is like the world is nuts. Like god damn, the world is
Yeah.
just gone crazy
But
since the start of the year.
you guys aren't going through anything like this, right? Like, I'm talking
Uh
do you
High
guys
petrol prices,
Yeah,
high gas prices,
yeah.
the state of living is all going up. That's pretty much us at the moment.
So we're fucked everywhere. Is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, very much, yes. Yes, we are.
Dang, dude. Yeah, I was
Yes,
just
we are.
curious of like, 'cause I just noticed like a lot of them, like with Daredevil specifically, like the AVTF
Yeah,
specifically, like
that's very on point, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's one thing, like, I don't know if this was like a correlation of what they were trying to paint with this, but like here in the States, like immigrants are demonized for everything. And in this universe, it's the vigilantes that are kind of villainized for everything. Like
Mm,
you get that one scene with like the swordsman, he's locked up with all those different people,
mm,
all of the helpers of the vigilantes, and
White
like
tiger.
yeah, and like there's this tweet the other day from like this politician where I live that's like, you want cheaper housing, deport the immigrants. You want better food, deport the immigrants. You want less crime, deport. Like just paint every kind of social issue that we have here in the United States
Mm,
with immigrants. And like Fisk kind of uses that same thing, like he's like law and order through strength, through fear, this police force that goes in because we're going to take out the vigilantes and that's going to solve all your problems. Enough people buy into it to where, I mean, Fisk was elected mayor in the show, and once he got that power, like, he didn't want to let it go. But the scene with Daredevil when he frees all those people, um, I'm just like, I mean, Daredevil has freed people before, like, from cages and stuff, and he does it again, but this time it just felt so, like, it just hit a little closer to home, because, like, in
I was
season
gonna
1,
say
you see
close to
him.
home.
Yeah, like you see season 1 where he rescues, women from human traffickers, or that kid from the Russians, or, like, the kids at the hand, they're, like, draining their blood, but never has he just rescued just normal citizens who are just living their lives, that just happen to be
Mm.
in the wrong place at the wrong time or support the wrong person. And yeah, like, that's, I have a buddy, if he's listening, Jake, he watched that episode and he was like, "That, like, nearly made me cry, because I just worry that that's
Oh wow.
happening, like, in our country." It's like
Yeah.
someone from the outside, it's like, does this happen in Australia, or is this just like an American thing that we're living through right now where.
Um, no, well, not the thing. We don't have anything like ice, but we have our own little issues, but
Yeah,
not that intense. But no, and it's you're right, and that's one of the beautiful things about Marvel is that it's a lot more grounded, and I think that's one of the peak things that Born Again has done really well, especially in its complete rehaul that it got nearly 2 years ago.
yeah,
Um, all the writing, as we know, they started shooting and it wasn't clicking, so they rehauled, and some of the stuff got included, some of the stuff didn't. And I think they went in the right direction. For this season, we got the long-awaited black suit with the double Ds with Daredevil, which looked
it was awesome.
incredible. And it makes perfect sense that this last episode ended in a courtroom, because if I see probably the most comments I see is people going, "Oh, he's not in the courtroom enough." I'm like, it's not really. We're at that point with him where he really isn't going to be in the courtroom much. Like, we've moved pretty far along in the story right now, so I'm glad it did end in the courtroom for this last episode, and just that, that tension, the fact that when Kingpin's like, "If you want to go down this road, I'll go down this road
And he
with you.
whispers it
You
to him
have
because he
more,"
knows he'll hear
and
it.
he's
That's such a
whispering it to
badass
him like
scene.
he
Oh,
knows he can hear him.
yeah.
Is brilliant.
Yeah, I love when they kinda show off, like, Daredevil's power like that, where, like, Kingpin realizes that he can whisper to Daredevil and he's gonna understand. Like, there's a scene in season 2 where, um, Karen stops by a bar and, like, Daredevil can smell it, like, on her breath, or the scene where, like, Claire's wound opens up and he can taste the iron in it. When Frank Castle, like, accuses him of, like, "I think you might be the devil," because Daredevil can hear his one batch, two batch, penny and dime rhyme before he kills somebody. Well, I'm glad you mentioned the courtroom. That scene was great, for one. It's the only way you can kinda loop in Matt Murdock and Daredevil in a courtroom at this point in the
Mm.
story, because I mean, we're 10 years into this. He's about to reveal himself as
Whoa.
Daredevil. I'm assuming they're about to take his law license too. If you can hear somebody's heartbeat and tell when they're lying, you probably shouldn't be practicing law. But I think part
True.
of his character is, like, there's, like, that holy triangle of, there's the justice vigilante side, there's the Catholicism and the morality, and then there's the I believe in the system and the system has to work. And I think one of the things that makes his character fun is kind of like wrestling with all three,
Mm.
where some seasons he's really Catholic and that's his moral compass, and other seasons he's not so much. And this one, like, he's still Catholic, but you come to find out that his morality stems less from, like, his religion and more from, like, his friendship with Foggy. Like, that episode with
Mm.
Foggy, where Foggy essentially, like, delays the starting of Nelson and Murdoch for who knows how long to help his high school bully.
Mm.
God, like, that's just, I'm just like, okay, Foggy. And of course that would rub off on Matt, seeing that religion played out in real life. And they did a good job this season, I thought, of just including that holy triangle that makes Daredevil
Mm.
Daredevil in the best way you
And,
can, where he's on the run and Matt Murdock is presumed dead.
oh, I'm 100%. And showing Matt Murdock's strength in the courtroom and why he's a damn good
Yeah.
lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
I like,
oh, man, I love watching him in the courtroom too, because he's confident, he's a little cocky. Nothing will ever top his I think his lawyer scene with Frank Castle, when Frank like clocks it, like he's talking to Daredevil, and he's just like, he's
Frank,
like,
can I call you Frank?
yeah, he's like I've heard that voice
I've heard
before.
that before.
Yeah. So I just, yeah, I'm glad they include that too, because I mean, how else are you supposed to include that? Like, yeah, he was a lawyer in season 1, but in season 1 he wasn't Daredevil, and he was just a lawyer.
Mm.
And I'm glad it's such a good kind of twist on expectations where, like, when I saw the marketing material for it, I was like, oh, they're going to have this big protest at City Hall, big fight. Everyone's going to watch
Yeah.
Fisk and Daredevil like punch each other. But it wasn't like, and Fisk obviously can still hold his own and then some. Like, he's still pure, like, he broke that guy's back in half, that protester. But it wasn't like that.
God.
Like, the battle happened.
Boo!
Yeah. 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 He just pulled up. Like, there's this funny
Yeah.
TikTok going around where you went to the protest for your girlfriend, and then you just watched the mayor snap someone's back in half.
Yeah, I see.
You're like, maybe I'm not in the right
Yeah.
protest, I think.
Yeah.
But the final fight, like, it was one of the best final fights that we got from Fisk and Daredevil, but it happened in a courtroom with everybody watching. I thought that was, and then like at the end, like yeah, I mean, it's Fisk and he's strong, but he's not holding his own against Daredevil and Jessica Jones and all these protesters. Like, that fight would have
No.
never have lasted. Even just Jessica Jones, you know?
No.
So,
Well,
yeah.
look, you never know with Jessica Jones because her powers are becoming in and
Yeah,
out.
she's a
So
little
I don't know.
shoddy. Like, even like the
Yeah.
AVTF agent got a good shot in with her.
Yeah. Because
So
of her powers. Yeah. I
is it
did.
the
Oh,
kid, or
sorry,
what?
go on.
Do you know like the lore of like why her powers are a little shoddy?
I don't actually know. Like, Jessica Jones isn't a character I know a whole lot of her history. I do know basically, she is a PI. She is she is very strong, very much like works along on her own. Not too sure about her powers, but it makes sense. And after you have a kid, that her powers are becoming intimate, or something. The fact that her powers will be given to her kid, so that could do something. I'm glad we got Jessica Jones back in this. The season also proves why she's such a badass. And why she's such a good character. And we're getting Luke Cage back, and it's a whole thing that the Defenders are all going to come back next season, which will be brilliant. But sorry, just going back to that the courtroom fight. Besides the 20 protesters that died terribly with their backs broken, skulls caved in, just the makeshift Daredevil masks and them all rioting going was just so good.
Yeah.
And I could have not predicted that's how this last episode was going to go. And sorry, also you mentioned about the promotional material. All the posters, I know it's a small thing, but all the posters for this season have been so good.
Yeah. Well, your podcast cover you just published, like, probably 10 hours ago, where you announced your episode, like that's so visually stunning. Even the picture that you posted as your podcast cover.
Yeah, and that's what that's all the promotional material has been for this season. That's been great.
Yeah.
Just the white and the black and the red between Kingpin and Daredevil. And it's just want them to be in the MCU. Just want them to be in Spider-Man.
Yeah. They have to be, right? Do you remember like the breakdown of the trailer, the hand in the prison? Like, they've got to be, right? They've got to be doing something, releasing Daredevil or helping Daredevil. They've got to be, like, why else would the freaking hand be in a prison in New York? Like, I don't know. But I'm curious, you brought up the Defenders, like Daredevil going forward. What do you think of the Defenders joining? Does that make you nervous at all? Are you more pumped than nervous? Are you just ready for whatever they give you? Like, what's kind of your thoughts on season 3?
It's gonna be for my thing going into season 3. It's interesting because we're seeing behind the scenes set photos where both Kingpin and Daredevil basically almost look like old man Kingpin, old man Daredevil with a big beard. I'm very curious to see how season 3 is going to land with both Kingpin in the beach on the beach somewhere. Daredevil is in jail, and the Defenders, like, how's he going to get out of jail? I know Karen Page is going to try and find some type of loophole. And then on top of that, we've got Lady Muse that's going to go after him. And I'm sure she's going to go after Karen now because she knows everything. But the thing is, she's not really going to be much of a fight against
No, nothing. Unless
Daredevil
it's like
either.
her.
So
Yeah, no.
there has to be, and if you're in the Defenders as well, I think to myself like there has to be another villain that's going to appear.
Yeah, and with Daredevil's rogues, like the one that I would really like to see is a guy named Mr. Fear. He's a guy, but I don't even know if he would match up against the Defenders. Like that's the thing is he's like the Marvel version of Scarecrow, but he wears like a mask and he has a gun that shoots the fear gas. Um,
Sounds familiar?
yeah, yeah, he sounds like the Scarecrow, doesn't he? Doesn't it sound like the
Yeah.
Scarecrow? But like I don't like that's one thing.
Yeah.
Just reading like the behind the scenes material and listening to like the podcast that comes with Daredevil Born Again. Like obviously Fisk is back, Daredevil's back. The creators have teased like a new villain. Because one chat I'm
Mm,
seeing online is like, okay, we've had Fisk versus Matt for 5 seasons now. Like,
yeah.
what's the next threat? Is there a next threat? And like, I even feel bad saying that because they're such an iconic villain. Like they're casting all around, they just don't miss. Like Frank
No.
Castle, Daredevil, Karen, the attorney, the ICE, the AVTF agent. All these guys are so perfectly casted. Um, like I feel bad. Like I can Fisk kind of step aside maybe and like mentor a new villain. Like I don't know
Mm,
because like at some point I think you have to give your characters like a chance to move on. Like one thing I think the Punisher did really well before it was canceled and brought back was they killed Billy Russo. As much as I
mm,
loved that character and I love the dynamic between Billy and Frank, like his story came to an end. And in Frank's story, you
mm,
had to move on to like the next thing. And I just wonder if and when that's ever going to happen for Fisk. And with the Defenders, I'm not worried about it, like me personally, because like this, the showrunners of Daredevil Born Again have proven to me at least that they're able to incorporate these other heroes like Frank or Jessica in a way
mm.
that doesn't take away from Daredevil's story. Like I like Daredevil, I like his story. I want this to remain his show, and I have nothing but confidence that as they include these other people in this cast, it will still remain Daredevil's show. I think.
Not not Daredevil and Friends.
Yeah, like I don't if you're gonna do the Defenders, like just do a Defender show and give them all like their separate character arcs and whatever. But like
Okay.
I love Matt Murdock. Like I love his inherent goodness,
Mm, well,
his desire to do good, his desire to believe in something, whether it be the system or God. But that's like what Catholic prays to God during the day and dress up as the devil at night. Like it's such an interesting, like dynamic of his
yeah.
character and his like
The
this guy who
symmetry and all that.
yeah, and he's so good, right? Like he's such a good man, but you've seen times where he can snap. Like you think season 1 of Born Again, 2 instances I can think off the top of my head where he goes ballistic on those cops, they're cops at the time,
Oh
in the
yes,
apartment. Yeah,
it's
beat them
funny
up.
you say that because I did see a TikTok yesterday. It was like I was like, when it was the caption was when Matt let the devil out.
Yes. Yeah, you can see it happen because it and like in the trailer, if you rewatch the Born Again season 1 trailer, like there's like this growl that happens when he gets hit in the head, and then you see him snapping legs and snapping. And for us, like the audience, it's like, don't worry, Daredevil's still gonna be violent for all you Disney Plus, Netflix weirdos. It's
Yes,
still the Daredevil you
which they
know.
lived up to.
They
They
did,
lived
yeah.
up to that.
In fact, it's
Yeah.
almost like taking like another step because it's still gory, but now they can
Mm,
swear. Like they say
mm,
fuck, they say all these different things they didn't say in Netflix. Like you'll never hear them say fuck in Netflix. Because rewatched, the shows recently. They say fuck in the Disney Plus shows.
mm,
Um, and like when you threw Bullseye off the roof, like you see like the devil come out where he tried to kill Bullseye. Like if it wasn't for Bullseye's like
mm,
spine or whatever he has going on back there, he
mm,
probably would have killed him. And, I just think that's
100%.
I just think that's an interesting thing about his characters. He's this good lawyer who tries his best to be a good person and use the system right by day, and when the system fails and he as a human fails, he lets the devil out at night. I just think that's
Mm.
I want to remain his show because I like that, and I want more of that still, even after 10
I
years.
I agree with you, and I think about that first episode with Born Again a lot because I think to myself, we got the show this got announced. There was so much hype because of Netflix, and when it's got announced, it still took about, and I think, 3 years, probably even a little bit more before we actually got it. and people were like, "Oh, it's not going to be as violent. How's this all going to go?" And that first episode, off the bat, we
Yeah.
got Bullseye fight. We got the suit. There's this iconic shot where he comes into frame. He lands on like a top pillar of the church.
And
You
the music.
hear you hear the music of his music. We get this great fight. Foggy dies, and he pushes Bullseye off the ledge, and then cut. Like that is the first episode. Like that is how you set up a new season,
Yeah.
introduce his character, and what's going to happen next. I think that first episode was just so solid. It removed any doubt from any fans of what this was
Yeah.
going to bring.
Yeah, and like that first episode, like because I forget, because Daredevil was canceled in 2019. We had the
Yes.
pandemic, we had the Save Daredevil campaign, but Bullseye bring him back in. It was a continuation of the story, and Bullseye at one point takes a baseball and he's looking the other way. And he throws it against the wall, and the ricochet hits this guy so hard that it kills him. And I was like, yeah, the first little bit of that show, I loved the fight, how they're fighting each other, and like Daredevil and Bullseye all have like knives like sticking out of them before it
Mm,
culminates on the roof. And like they've just given me no reason to not believe this is just gonna continue on just a really solid trajectory, um, with the cast that they have, the showrunners that they have. Like I'm really excited for season 3. I'm curious, like, what do you think is gonna happen in season 3?
uh, I think probably the first couple episodes will be Karen in the courtroom trying to get Daredevil out. And then I think Fisk is going to come back at some point, which is going to cause a riot. And I think Daredevil's going to probably break out of prison because Lady Muse is going to go after Karen. And I don't know. I feel like we need another big bad. And it's funny because I have actually looked at the photo of Mr. Fear right now, and wow, that is we need our Scarecrow. Yep,
I
just
think
draw
he would be
this.
so good, yeah. Like the man without fear fights guy that uses fear as a weapon, and like maybe like amp him up a little bit, like give him some fighting prowess or something so he can like fight with
Mm,
Daredevil. But I
mm.
think he'd be a great villain, I think. And I think Lady Muse, if I'm excited to see Muse back because Muse is very unsettling, and a woman
Such an
scorned and traumatized, focused on Karen while Daredevil's in jail. Because Karen is wickedly smart and she can defend herself pretty well now. But
Mm,
against like a psycho Lady Muse that is just out to just hurt you
mm.
because you're dating her ex-boyfriend is interesting concept for
Is
sure.
and messed up. That's why I know we're talking about season 2, but even season 1, using Muse as a villain for a Disney Plus TV
Yeah.
show was. I still thought when you figured out what he was using as paint, I was like, that's like
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah. I loved him too because he was a new villain. He was extremely unsettling. Just his appearance, what he did. He's
The mask and everything.
Yeah, and like I know that he was kind of killed off a little too soon, but if they're gonna work it into the story this way, I think it makes sense. But he obviously did lasting damage. Like they're still talking about him even after he's dead. Yeah, the mask, like when he was getting ready to kill that little girl, and I
Mm.
mean that dude. I mean, I saw this funny TikTok where it's like you're just a serial killer in Hell's Kitchen, and you're in the sewer, and all of a sudden Daredevil who hasn't been seen in 3 years comes charging at you. That poor guy be like, "Oh shit!" Like I
Yeah,
know about
that's
this
right.
guy, but like I really like I
It's
like.
been,
Oh, go ahead.
I was like, yeah, I hadn't seen him in 3 years. Like, oh, what's it down the tunnel?
He's
What
like,
the?
"Oh god, that's the devil of Hell's Kitchen. I gotta get the hell out of here." And then he just beats his ass. And there's a scene,
Mm.
an iconic. I love this scene so much where Muse is getting ready to hit Daredevil with like this hammer or something, and Daredevil's like looking at the camera, like looking at the audience, and he grabs it, and he's got blood on his face, and he smiles like he's just happy to be back. He's
Yeah.
like he's so happy to be letting the devil out
Mm.
again, and like oh man, I just love that scene. And one thing I love is just I wrote this down too is the showrunners do a really good job even though we've had the same characters for a while with like Fisk and Matt, and it's their conflict for most of the Daredevil, maybe except like season 2 kind of where the Hand kind of steps in a little bit. and then Muse in season 1 of Born Again. But they're good at progressing the story along with the characters.
Hmm.
Like Vanessa Fisk, I felt like it was kind of her time to die after what
She
happened.
did. You
Yeah,
knew that that had to be done.
yeah, and like the contrast of those two scenes where in one scene, like Fisk cannot save the person he loves, right? Like he's trying so hard to save Vanessa's life and he can't do it. In the other scene in the church, Daredevil is trying to save the life of Poindexter, who he despises, who he hates. And
Absolutely.
like those scenes happen like simultaneously. It was just fascinating to me as far as like character growth, um, and how these showrunners, even though they're working with the same people, continue to push the story forward in a way that's engaging. It doesn't feel like the same thing. Like the Matt Murdock that we got in season 1 of Daredevil is not the same Daredevil that we got in Born Again season 2, and same thing with
No.
Fisk as well. So like I said, like I'm
Vanessa.
excited for the future. Like they have not disappointed me yet.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. I'm like, if they keep doing it at this level, like, I'm all up for season 3. And I will look, and I will accept, which I know some people might find hard, I will accept the fact that this is the last season. Like, because, we did get 3, not to be greedy, we did get 3 seasons of Netflix, we did get The Defenders, we have had 2 seasons of Born Again, absolutely solid seasons
Yeah.
of Born Again. So if they did turn around and go, this is the last season, I would accept that.
Yeah.
As much as
Yeah.
I don't want to, I'll accept.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, I mean, I'd love more seasons, obviously, because I love the character.
Hmm.
But I mean, I mean, how often do you get 6 seasons of really solid superhero storytelling over a decade?
Yes.
I'd
Over
honestly
a
like,
decade.
yeah, like, and it's been good. Like, I'd love even like more Punisher seasons. Like, we kind of were gypped with the Punisher because we only got 2, and then
Mm.
he's bounced around in Daredevil, he's bounced around in Spider-Man. But I'd love to have him back because I think he's an interesting character too, and I think fans would flock to that because I think he's a great
Mm.
character. But if it's just these 3 seasons, then I mean, I'd much rather have 3 seasons of Daredevil than I would of probably any other Disney Plus show. Like I can't think
Yeah.
of one that I like as much as I've enjoyed Born
Born
Again.
Again. Uh, if I could probably think of one show that I accepted it as season 3 could have been Loki.
Yeah,
Loki season 3 I would have accepted. We have loved a season 2 of Moon Knight.
same.
But yeah, probably Loki. Well, I know Loki's the only other show to go to season 2 except for Wonder Man. Wonder Man's got season 2, which when I saw that I was like, yay! But can we get Moon Knight season
Yeah,
2? Like, why is this incredible TV show being just thrown to the side?
yeah, yeah. It's Disney's or Marvel's in an interesting place. I think they figured things out for sure. Like you and I have talked about. I don't think we've talked about this before on my podcast. I don't think they ever went away, but I think they've kind of figured out what fans want, what fans like. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that a lot of fans would like, I don't want a season 2 of She-Hulk, but I would love another season of Moon Knight just to finish up, his story or send him into the future, however like their future is going to look.
Totally fair. I know a lot of people I like She-Hulk, but I
We
would
did.
like to see She-Hulk talk to Deadpool. Like,
Mm,
I feel like that would just be such a good conversation.
yeah. Yeah, dude, where is the Doomsday trailer? This is bullshit. They released it
Ah,
3
don't
weeks
get me
ago.
started. Don't get me
Fucking,
started.
those sons of bitches are waiting until the Mandalorian and Grogu to release that. Like, there's no way it goes into June and we don't have something, right?
There's a whole theory going around that, yeah, they're not going to release the proper trailer until after Spider-Man.
No. Dude. I thought that you may have seen it because you go to like these things and I was like, I bet freaking you've seen it. I bet Mr. Rant has seen it, but
Nah, all I've seen is the multiple AI
yeah,
trailers
it's
that
fucking
frustrate me
shit.
to no end. And
Yeah.
then it's also the AI photos as well. It's the thing is, what I find funny and is that Doomsday is one of the biggest movies of this year, like without a shadow of a doubt. And we don't have a full trailer for it yet. We have a full trailer for Dune. We have the full trailer for the Odyssey. We have the full trailer for Spider-Man, Supergirl, He-Man, Toy Story 5. Like, it's funny
Everything.
how glaring the Doomsday trailer is becoming.
Yeah, dude, it pisses me off too. Because I'm like, I just want to see it. You know, I want to see Doctor Doom. I want to see. And you know, maybe they've got some marketing just behind them that's like amping it up. It's like, no, just let those fuckers wait. Like, let them wait. Like
Yeah,
they got the taste, but I want to see it. You know, and I feel like Marvel, at least from like I'm talking outside of, because I have like, I'm sure you do too, like your circle of like friends, it's like, no, Marvel's, they never went away, their stuff is still pretty good, most of it. You should check out Thunderbolts, you should check out Loki, all these different things. But you have
that's me.
some on the outside that's
That's
like,
me.
no, I've checked out since Endgame, whatever. And they've kind of like been brought back in a little bit. Like my cousin's this way, where he was like, oh, I love Thunderbolts, what a great representation of like men's mental health in Thunderbolts. Daredevil's great. I'm sure people are gonna love the Punisher, because I mean, who doesn't love watching Frank Castle
Oh,
go
yeah,
berserk for 40 minutes? So I think they've
exactly.
got enough good graces to be like, okay, I'm interested in seeing how they go with this. But give us a trailer, bro. Like, give us. I don't know. I thought for sure we'd have a full trailer by now, especially when they released it and it was on at the festival or whatever. Like, I was scouring the internet
Yeah,
for like leaks or something. I
I
was like, I want to see something,
same,
and nothing. I guess
same.
I talked to one influencer that was there, and he didn't give me any details, but he was like, they were very strict of like, if you come in here and film, you will never get invited to another Marvel thing ever or anything Disney related. And I'm like, okay, like, that's motivation enough to not pull your phone out and film it if you're going to get banned
Yeah, true. I
forever.
I don't know why. I, I could see that they want to release the trailer until after Spider-Man, not to kill the Spider-Man hype. Not saying it's going to kill the hype at all, but
Yeah.
you can't. They can't release the full trailer because Spider-Man doesn't come out until after July.
Fuck, dude. I guess it's still
So
far away, but it's only like a month and a half away, July. It's not that
I know
far
it's a
away.
month and a half away, but you know it just seems one of the biggest movies of the year, and we don't get the full trailer
Yeah.
until August.
I think Spider-Man,
Um,
bro, is going to make so much money. Like, it's going to be obscene because Tom Holland, Spider-Man, but the amount of views on that trailer, fucking crazy, bro. Isn't it the most viewed trailer of all time?
no, but it's really up there. It's really up there. My prediction is that Spider-Man will make a shit ton of box office. It will not make as much money as No Way Home.
Really? Even though like No Way Home was like a pandemic movie?
It wasn't a pandemic. No Way Home wasn't a pandemic movie.
I think it was the end of the pandemic, right? In 2021? Not 2020. 2020 end of 2020 was Wonder Woman, which totally fucking flopped because they put it online and stuff. If I'm not
That was
mistaken,
shit.
you can double check me on this, but I think No Way Home was in December-ish, toward the end of 2021.
You were right,
And
yeah. Well, here's the thing: is Spider-Man No Way Home, even in you are correct. It's very end of 2021. It made $1,922,000,000 at the box office.
fucking yeah,
I don't see
nah.
Brand New Day crossing $2 billion at the box
No,
office.
no way, because freaking there's no, well, what we know, no Andrew
Y-
Garfield and not
Yeah,
Tobey Maguire.
no, Tobey Maguire, no. Like
Check
I could see it making it over the billion.
check if I swear I read something that No Way Home was the most watched trailer of all time. Check if I'm wrong on that. I'm like 59% sure it broke the record, maybe not all time, the most viewed trailer in the first
I
24
think No
hours.
Way Home did, yeah.
Either No Way Home or Brand New Day. One Spider-Man thing was like the most
Uh,
watched trailer in the first 24 hours.
Most viewed movie trailers all time on YouTube. Uh, that doesn't seem right.
What was it?
Well, it was saying most views trailers of all time on YouTube. Was Avengers: Infinity War with 263 million views on YouTube. And it goes down, but I think that might be old. Um, uh, here we go. Da. Oh yeah, here we go. Actually, yeah, top trailers. Yeah, actually, no, yeah, actually, 100% right. Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Fucking shit, dude.
Uh, 718 million. Is that what it's telling me?
In the first,
Yeah.
all time or first 24 hours?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The number of views accumulated in the first 24 hours. There we go. Yeah, first 24 hours. Yep. So number one is Spider-Man Brand New Day with 718 million views in 24 hours. Deadpool and the next one, Deadpool and Wolverine with 365. No Way Home with 355. Avengers Infinity War with 264. But yeah, and the thing is, I don't get me wrong, that news is great. I just can't see it making over $2 billion at the box office.
Do you think we're getting the Man Spider story?
I think it looks like we're getting something briefly about it, but I reckon it's going to be something. I think it's going to be overarching in the entire movie. I think it's just going to be maybe like a flash or something like that.
Because what I want, bro, I want the iconic comic scene where Spider-Man is like torn to shreds and Punisher is carrying him. That happens in the Civil War comic, but
Yes.
recreate that same thing where freaking you take down the Man Spider or whatever, and Frank is carrying the Man Spider to the Hulk or whatever, and to get fixed. Like, I don't know how it's all gonna work, but I just want that iconic shot to use for like the podcast cover when that comes out.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Yes.
Yeah, selfishly.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm right there with you, man. I'm really looking forward to Brand New Day, because we're in an interesting situation where it's kind of at the point of Spider-Man 2, in the sense that he's out on his own, he's living on his own, and he actually gets to be Spider-Man, not Spider-Kid
Spider
or
Boy.
Spider-Teenage.
Or
Spider-Boy, you know what?
Iron Man Jr.
Yeah, or Iron Man Jr. Oh, Doctor Strange Jr. He's
Yeah,
actually this is him fully. Like, I know people will be like, oh, yeah, we're still getting Punisher, we're still getting the Hulk. And I'm like, I don't mind that because he lives in New York.
Yeah. It's
It would
big
be
city, but not that
weirder.
big.
Yeah. It'd be weirder if he had no heroes
Yeah.
interacting with him.
Yeah. Bro, well, I have two questions for you before we end the pod. I know you gotta head off to work or something because it's 9 or 6 a.m. in the morning. Two questions for you to end the pod. I'll loop in your stuff too, so my followers know where to find you. Obviously, like we always do that whenever you're on my show. And thanks again for coming on. You're my Marvel
Anytime, man.
go-to. So,
Anytime.
two questions.
Anytime.
One is, what's the next movie you're seeing? And
Mm.
two, as of May 12th, 2026, what's the best movie you've seen so far?
My next movie that I'll be going to see is that next week, as we're recording this, I will be going to the premiere to go see Mando and Grogu.
Nice.
Which I am so excited for.
That's cool.
That is my next movie. The best movie I've seen so far this year. It's always going to be a guilty pleasure, but Mortal Kombat was really fucking good.
Dude.
Like, yes, the plot was a little bit thin, but
It's
if you
Mortal
just
Kombat,
go
though.
in,
Yeah.
if you just go in and you're just here for insane story, characters, and fights, it absolutely delivers. Come back to me with that question. If you remember this episode, come back to me to after July when we've got He-Man, Toy Story, Spider-Man, the
Supergirl.
Odysseus, Supergirl, come all that out, and then ask me that question. But yeah, man, if you go, I recommend go watching Mortal Kombat 2.
Okay.
Like, it's a fun ride.
I saw it, bro. Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, you did see it? Oh, good.
Yeah. The only thing that I liked it. Don't get me wrong, I really liked it. But Carl Urban, I just like him better Australian versus American. So like his like American accent, I'm like, just give me a cunt or something. Just give it.
It doesn't sound right.
No, it just doesn't. I'm
sound...
just like, I just watched you on Wednesday on The Boys. Now I'm watching you on Thursday, Mortal Kombat. I liked you better than The Boys, not for anything else but your accent and just the brutal honesty and no filter that he has as Billy Butcher, as Johnny Cage, like the American version of Carl Urban. I'm like, I just like you better Australian. But yeah, man, I really liked it. I think the best movie I've seen this year is probably Bone Temple so far. Bone Temple.
Yeah, Bone Temple's good. Yeah.
I liked Project Hail Mary, maybe not as much as the Bone Temple, but I also like this show at Sundance that I saw called The Wait, which I really enjoyed too.
Mm. Oh, well, I was gonna say probably top rated, and absolutely beautiful film, and well for the movie for the money right now. It is Hail Mary for me.
Yeah.
I think that was an absolutely fantastic film, but probably Mortal Kombat was one I just sat there and I just just
Yeah.
enjoyed like so much. It felt like a kid again
Well, we
with the
fucking
game.
talked about this last time you were on my show. Is the video game the creeping in and stuff? Like I just saw the Elden Ring cast was announced, and I was like, that's a fucking amazing cast.
Mm,
Um, I know I've tagged you in a few things of like people in discussions who's gonna buy the Samus movie, who's gonna
yeah,
distribute that. Like we're back and like Mortal Kombat, like it was it the perfect movie? No. But I think fans of Mortal Kombat were more than satisfied. It gave you a story that's followable, and it wasn't just a nonstop cringe fest like Borderlands was. This is, I
no,
think, like it's and what it's like a 70% right now on Rotten Tomatoes as far as the
mm,
critics go. They're on the they're on the
yeah,
rise,
I
man.
think that sits perfectly. Like just the fight in the middle with I forgot their names is with
With
the
Baraka, the swords.
n- no, the blade hat. Had
Oh,
to
I
go
know
to
what
the
you're talking
fire.
about,
Go,
but yeah.
yeah, that to me was the best fight. Like that was just peak. Like you were on. Like we saw an IMAX. I was just well, pretty much me and my best mate were just like on the edge of our seat going.
Dude, that's cool, man. Yeah, I saw your post about it, and I was just like, yeah, like guy's just having a good time. You were like, I'm just so excited to be part of moments like these, and I was like,
That,
fucking yeah, like just live your
that's
life, man, and Mortal Kombat, and yeah, it's just a good, good times in
mm.
this world, as Daredevil teaches us, are so few and far between. That when the good times come, man, you got to enjoy them.
Yeah, which unfortunately is almost coming to an end. We really got 2 more weeks left of the boys, and that kind of ends this whole massive run that we've been feeling for the past 2 months between
Yeah,
Invincible, between Daredevil, between the boys, between
Maul,
Maul,
and like
Scrubs, if you want to throw that in.
the tail end of the Pit too on HBO Max. If you're watching the
Yeah,
Pit
the
too,
Pit.
like it was
Like
like this
this
like
past three
March.
months,
Yes.
we've been eating so well.
What am I supposed to do on Tuesday nights, Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights?
No,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Did you
I haven't
watch
seen my
the Godzilla series, the Monarchs, the
no, no, but that's on my list to watch, and I have seen a bit of mixed reviews about it.
yeah, I got into like a fight like on Instagram with a guy that was like, "This is a good show. Like, you don't know what we're talking about." And I was like, it just didn't hit for me. Like, no, it's nothing. I'm not. No offense. I just wanted more Godzilla. The human characters aren't that interesting when there's monsters
Mm.
around. And I don't know. I just don't care about like these no name monsters. Like, give me a Godzilla, a Destroyer, Ghidorah, freaking
Yeah,
Mecha Godzilla. Like, who's this freaking sea snake? Like, I just don't. I don't know. But I give it
like
like a 4 out of 5 out of 10. It just wasn't. And there's like a time travel thing too, where
yeah,
I have like the crow, like father and son, and it just didn't.
mm,
It just it
didn't
looks
hit.
great, but it just didn't hit for me.
Mm.
But whatever.
Nah,
Bro,
nah,
man, I
that's
hope you had a
yeah.
great day at work, man. Thanks for hopping on so
Thank
early and doing this.
anytime, man. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you when we go and review the boys.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. I've got notes here too of just again, like I'm gonna ask you again as an outsider looking in, but you guys have your stuff too. Like I watched this. I watched this documentary on Australia before I let you go about like a politician in Australia who was like raping his interns or something. And there's a whole documentary about it at Sundance. And I'll send you the documentary of it. But
You got me confused.
I was like, okay, there's other stuff that happens in other places too, like politicians wise of like causing issues,
Oh,
and it's not been in Australia. But again, like I'll probably ask you the same question on the outside looking in and seeing Homelander reflected as he's supposed to be reflected. Like, what is that like? But we'll save that for the discussion.
I look forward
Cool,
to it, man. I
cool,
can't wait.
man. I'll stop recording.